the fourth episode was to come back to Cheetara and kind of bring us back to like what she's now doing, how she's begun to fill her role at the new Cat's Lair. And Lion-O's like, hey, listen, you're the only cleric, and we're going to have to bolster the ranks. We're going to need you. You've got to find some recruits. You've got to train people. I need you. And, she's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know that I'm ready for all that. That's a whole nother level. Jaga, he's the man. And so she's doubting herself and all this, and he's like, look, if you have the power to now kind of navigate through the Book of Omens, and maybe it'll teach you like it taught me, or it's given me kind of the knowledge, maybe you can tap into, because Jaga's in there. He's like, maybe you can tap into it and, work with Jaga like that. And she's like, all right, maybe, I don't know. And so next thing you know, this kind of streak comes through the room and steals the Book of Omens. And she's like, what? And it's this really fat cat. It's like this fat snow leopard guy. And she's like, what? And he's all just like, like a really tubby cat. And she's like, how? Because he moves so fast. And he's just like, pathetic. If you want the book back, you gotta race me for it. And she's like, what? And he's like, better hurry. And he takes off, and she's like, oh crap. And she takes off after him, and he starts running faster and faster and faster to the point where she can't catch up. He's gone. And she's like, oh my god, I just lost the Book of Omens. She finally catches up, to or like when she comes back, because she doesn't know, like, oh my god, I lost the book, I gotta tell Lion-O. She goes back, and there's Lion-O talking with this fat cat, and he's like, hey, I think I found our new Jaga. And he's like, what took you so long, Slowpoke? He's just rubbing her nose in it that she's not nearly as fast, and she's like, I remember you. Because he kind of reveals himself as his appearance, because he's wearing a mask too at first. And so when he reveals himself, she thinks back to like, oh my god, it's you. And it's, a former student of Jaga's. And this guy broke all the rules. He took it to another level because he was faster than anyone else. He was just like, no, dude, I'm going to abuse my power. And so he was kind of the bad student, who had all of this potential and power, but he didn't train right, like he didn't have the best intentions, and Jaga was trying to like mentally prepare him because he knew that he was so good, or so fast. He was just like, dude, you could be amazing, but if you don't have self-control, you don't have anything. And so we go back and see how Cheetara at that point thinks about that time in her past and how she came to the school and why she was there. And this guy's trying to constantly tell her to like, teach her these bad instincts because he's faster than her, and we get into her past, and part of why she's so good at running is because she's running from her past. And some, like she thought she was responsible for her grandmother's death. And so she was mad she didn't get her this medicine in time. Or, she was so upset that she's like, I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't fast enough. And so she, kind of runs to escape that moment. And then, she's reliving this moment. She gets so upset, she starts running. And she runs so fast that she basically breaks the dimensions of time and space for a moment. What's that? Yeah, and so she realizes, the eventuality is, she realizes she has this inner strength and that she's not responsible, and she ends up speaking to Jaga because she runs so fast that she finds Jaga, in the space of the book. Like, she doesn't need the book to do it. And she breaks into that kind of the astral plane, and she's just like, oh my god, Jaga, and he kind of walks her through it, and he's just like, no, she was going to die. Like, there was no way around it. It wasn't the medicine, it was this, and you've got to forgive yourself, and you've got to move on past this. And she's just like, I'll never beat the guy. Like, I'll never run faster than that guy. How am I going to get the book? And he's just like, if you can forgive yourself, you can do anything. Like, you just got, that power's got to come from within. So eventually, the weights that you see on her, that's what was holding her down. And so when she forgives herself, those things break off. So she's been running with lead weights on all this time, and she never realized it. And so she literally, when she realizes her power, she can run in and out of time. She'll like take it to a whole nother level. But she's got to find it, so she would be able to run in and see different points in time and space, and come back and run at speeds she never thought possible. It will take a lot out of her, so it's something she can't always do. But when she's running, she sees the future, and it's bleak. And so she comes back, and Tiger's like, oh my god, where have you been? And she's like, oh my god, what I saw, I'm scared, but she takes on the role of becoming the new Jaga at the end of it, because she ends up beating this guy. And so she turns to him, because this whole time he's just been ridiculing her and breaking her down and kind of crushing her emotionally. In the end, this is all that kind of animosity you've kind of had for him. She has her just rights to kind of like, really give it to this guy. And she offers her hand to him in the end, and she's just like, look, you're arrogant, you're a jerk, you've done all these terrible things, but I'll help you if you let me. And she reaches out to him, and he's just like, master, that'll be the first student, her first cadet is the wild, person that Jaga couldn't tame, the wild cat.